Okay, so now here at Quezon City, we decided to do this video to compare three cameras: the 60D, the 5D Mark IV, and the 1DX Mark II, to see if you really need to buy an expensive camera to produce quality photos for your portraits or your projects or your clients. So right now we have our model Shiela. She will be helping us to produce and model for the pictures, and we have Rafael, Adrian, and me to use the cameras. So let's go. So we will be using the Canon 50mm 1.8 lens. This is by far the best cheap lens you can buy if you're just starting out. This is good for taking portraits, or if you want that bokeh. This is also good for low light somehow, depends on the body that you're using. So we'll be using the Canon 60D, which you can get for around 30,000 pesos to 50,000 pesos. The Canon 5D Mark IV, which you can get for around 120,000 pesos. And the Canon 1DX Mark II, which you can get for around 200 to 280,000 pesos. So we have three cameras that have different price range. It's up to you to check the final outputs that we will produce to compare if you really need an expensive camera.
So I'm using 60D and 50mm 1.8.
So Adrian will go first to shoot Sheila. We have no more time left. Let's go. 2 minutes.
Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time?
30 seconds, 30
Doesn't sound like
seconds, bro.
fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better.
7,
So much
6,
better.
5, 4,
I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will.
Hi guys, I'm Rafael. So I'm gonna use the 5D Mark IV and version 15 and version 1. So let's go.
Adrian, start na timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Take down your walls and let me ooh. Yeah, brick by brick, now let me
Last 20 seconds guys.
Stop! Tagal magpapa. We're done. Okay, so now I'm gonna use the 1DX Mark II with the Nifty 50. So Sheila is already ready. We're gonna do it on the same place. And timer, wait lang.
Starts now.
But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought.
Uy, silang. 5, 4, 3, 2, stop!
I will get up again.
So guys, now we're here at the second location. I'm gonna go first. Let's go.
2 minutes. Timer starts now. Go, 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 go!
Sir, what are you doing? Giisip ka dyan?
Yes po.
Huwag ka mag-isip.
30 seconds guys.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Clearer. Trying to fly through the light as a feather. But I get high, I get low at the same time.
It was on my turn when a guard showed up to ask us what we are doing there and what is it for. This is a common situation for us photographers and videographers when we're doing run-and-gun situations like this one. So, to avoid any troubles, we explained to the guard politely that we're just doing this for YouTube purposes and we're trying to educate our audience. Luckily, the guard is kind enough to let us proceed and stayed for a while to watch us take a couple more photos.
you're thinking.
The sun is getting low and we're running out of natural light to use. So, we decided to use it in our advantage to use our cameras to perform in low light situations.
Forget what I told you. Forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame. You remember the flame. Alright. Forget what I told you. Forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame. You remember the flame. Alright. The flame, you remember the flame. Alright. Forget what I told you. Forget all about that.
Buying your first camera could be really tricky, or buying a camera alone could be really tricky. There's a lot of things to consider with regards to the budget, specifications, and the reviews of other people. That's why we decided to make this video to give you a little comparison with regards to the cheaper cameras versus the expensive cameras. You saw the results, so it's up to you to decide if cheap cameras really perform poorly compared to expensive cameras. I started with the Canon 600D. If they're still selling it, I guess probably it will cost only 20,000 pesos. Adrian and Rafael also started with the Canon 60D. So with that, we had the chance to familiarize and explore for a long time before we had the money to buy expensive cameras. Maybe you could start off with a brand that you really like. In our case, it's Canon. Then buy the most reliable, cheapest camera that they have. Eventually, you'll have opportunities and you'll develop your skills, and then when you have the money, well, it's time for you to upgrade. So is it bad to start off with expensive camera? Well, when you have the money, there's no problem. You can buy anything you want.
Alright.
Alright guys, we're done. It's already 5:30 p.m. We did it for 1 hour. Thank you so much, Sheila, for
Hey!
being with us today. Yes, sobrang king. Ito pala si Adrian is holding the camera. Sorry.
What's up?
What's up, mga
Hey!
people? Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
And follow Sheila.
No, just
Here.
follow the group.
Here. She sells a lot of stuff online. Bye.
Bye.